So I was using Ringke Fusion X for my iPhone 16 Pro Max. It is a good case, but it adds a little bulk to your phone and makes it a bit heavier. Then I came across this Ringke Onyx Camo black case for iPhone 16 Pro Max. It is slightly bulkier than your thin or paper cases, but obviously adds more protection than a paper or a thin case. The build material is quite good, but it has some flex. I saw a refurbished Ringke Onyx for my iPhone 16 Pro Max and it costed me around 849 rupees, whereas a complete new one costs around 1300 to 1400 rupees. So for me it is a steal because I have not noticed any scratch or scuff in this refurbished case. This Ringke Onyx for 16 Pro Max weighs around 48.4 grams, whereas the Fusion X weighs around 55 to 60 grams, depending on the magnetic variant. The inner material could have been slightly better, but it's not bad either. It has shock absorption on the corners and Ringke branding on the bottom. On the right, we have the power button and camera control button cutout. On the bottom, we have perfect cutout for USB port and speaker mic. On the top, there is nothing. It flexes quite a lot compared to the Ringke Fusion X. Let's put the case on our phone and see how it looks. And my first impressions for the look of this case on my 16 Pro Max, I would say quite impressive. I went with the camo because the black would have looked bland, especially on a big phone like 16 Pro Max with 6.9-inch screen. I wish they gave a dedicated button for the camera control, but again, for the price point, I cannot really complain much. Let's check the side pull. From the right and left, I had to pull it quite a bit, and it did not move that much. The corners are also quite sturdy, they don't really move much unless you put a lot of force onto them. Bottom one is slightly loose, but again, it's not very loose. It fits snugly onto the corners and it is easier to remove the case when you need to or want to. I really like the buttons on Ringke cases. I tried Spigen 01 and the buttons were totally bad for the price point. Neither they are too light or too hard to press and has a nice clicky and tactile feel onto them. Plus they feel premium as well without having metallic buttons. Let's check if it reduces my reach over the four corners for my iPhone 16 Pro Max as it's a big phone with 6.9-inch screen. And I would say it adds very little bulk to my phone. So I'm not finding it difficult to reach all four corners of my iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is a very good thing, and that's the reason why I went with this case compared to the rugged armor of Ringke or Fusion X. But obviously yes, the rugged armor or the Fusion X have better drop protection than this case. But I really don't drop my phone often. I've actually dropped it once. That too because my hands were cold. So if you are looking for a minimal case, then definitely you should consider this one from Ringke. Plus, it does not add much weight to the phone. So should you buy the Ringke Onyx for your iPhone or other phone over the Ringke Fusion X rugged armor or any other case like UAG, Spigen, Nilken, etc. or even ESR? I have not tried ESR or Nilken yet, so I cannot comment on them. But honestly, for me, Ringke has been better compared to UAG and Spigen. If you have a max or plus sized iPhone or any other phone which has a 6.5-inch screen or bigger, then a UAG case would feel very bulky. And Spigen's buttons are not up to the mark, in my frank opinion. Ringke ticks all the boxes, let it be your Ringke Onyx, Ringke Fusion X, or Ringke Rugged Armor. Yet at the same time, you can find Ringke refurbished from their official website for half the price, just like how I bought them for half the price. Please drop a like if you liked this video. Subscribe for more updates. Peace.